I think the most important thing is that there are a huge number of Republicans running who have never been in politics before. And the mainstream of the party, the Mitch McConnell part of the party, has done a lot to help them, to try and get them to lose. I mean, it has not been funding guys like Masters, who could have done much better if they'd been pouring money into his campaign. That means that if Republicans win, and I personally think that if they take the Senate, the map is so bad that that alone is a red wave. If they take it by one vote, because remember, months ago we were talking about how impossible that map was.
That's right. But for the last 2 years, we've talked about how impossible the map is.
Right. But if they do, that means we've got a new Republican Party. And the old Republican Party is going to have to learn how to live with it and how to bring them into the fold without transforming them into their old rhino selves. And I think that that is going to be the biggest thing because, you know, you can talk about Donald Trump has changed the Republican Party. Donald Trump was a sign, an outward sign of the change that had to come, that was on its way. And so I think what we're watching is we're watching a changing of the guard. And that's an important thing because if the guard changes on the right, then the left is way behind because the guard is going to change anyway. For one thing, nobody lives forever. A lot of these guys are just, I know. I just want my generation to go without taking me with it, you know. But still, this is the end of the baby boomer generation. Yeah. It has to come to an end at some point, please God. And I think that means that this would be, if it's a red wave, if it's even a red victory, I think it's a changing of the guard. And I think what that means, first of all, I think it means the Biden agenda is dead. I mean, I think it's just completely gone. And I think this whole thing about, as Ben was just saying, conservatives and Republicans do catch on to these things. The phone in the pen thing is going to come to an end. It's got to stop. It really is ridiculous. And so I think that the Biden agenda is dead. Not as dead as Biden himself, but it's still pretty dead. And I think that there are going to begin to be some movements toward new things. It's really about spending right now. It really is about the printing of money and the spending. And a lot of that is what's damaged the economy. We're going to have a reckoning. We're going to have a reckoning about the COVID lockdowns and things like that. So there's going to be a lot of noise, a lot of investigations, which I don't think are a bad thing, but eventually one hopes that the Republicans can start to move an agenda of their own.